All right, thank you. So good evening to everyone and welcome to our virtual open day for medical students. Again, thank you for joining us tonight. My name is Nelly. Some of you, they already know me because I have already spoken with you. And I'm the senior pre-admissions member of MedConnect team. Today with me is my colleague Tristan, who is also working as pre-admissions officer at MedConnect. And later he's going to talk about our services and MedConnect towards the end of the presentation. All right, so what will this presentation cover? Okay, what will this presentation cover? Basically, we will try to make it less than an hour. Before I start presenting to you about George Emil Palade Medical University of Targu Mures, I will shortly brief you about the 6 most popular universities in Romania, some differences and similarities, and shortly why you should choose to study medicine and dentistry in Romania. And then my colleague Tristan will talk about the services that we provide as an agency. All right. So, oh yes, and one more thing I would like to tell you, please stay until the end because there's going to be a raffle and it's going to be good for you to enter the raffle. And there's going to be special discounts for you guys later on if you decide your application with us. All right, now, so quickly who we are. Before we start talking about Romania, George Emil Palade Medical University, let me just quickly introduce you to MedConnect and who we are. So basically, we are the only agency funded by doctors. For doctors, MedConnect founders are Plovdiv Medical University graduates who are currently practicing medicine in the UK. So who else can understand best what a student needs when studying abroad, but people who went through the same path. And this is why we focus now only on those two specialties, medicine and dentistry. We have more than 8 years of experience and we pride ourselves of receiving only 5-star reviews in Trustpilot and Google for being honest, knowledgeable, committed, client dedicated, and service-driven agencies. So our students and graduate community form a great network from more than 1,000 students annually who are practicing medicine and dentistry all over the world. We have 2 physical offices for now, where you can, 3 physical offices we have in Georgia as well. So one in Bulgaria, one in London, and one in Georgia for now. Right, so we work with universities in Bulgaria, Romania, Georgia, Germany, Latvia, Italy, and Poland. But today we will focus mainly on Romanian universities. More specifically, I will introduce to you George Emil Palade Medical University in Targu Mures. All right, so let's get started. We're sending students to 6 medical universities in Romania. So these are Grigore T. Popă Medical University, George Emil Palade Medical University, Cluj-Napoca Medical University, Carol de Villa, and Ovidius Medical Universities. So all these universities, they have both courses, medicine and dentistry in English language. They have been running medicine and dentistry in English for more than 15 years now. The degrees are very well established, very well recognized all over the world. So for you to be able to make the right choice, I will brief you some differences and similarities between these universities, all right? Straight after that, we will together virtually travel to Targu Mures and we will talk with details about particularly this university today. So for the application process, all of these universities, something important that you should remember, do not have entry examinations. So in order for you to be eligible to apply, you need to have studied at least 2 science subjects at high school. This is either biology, chemistry, physics, or mathematics. All of these universities are situated in big and well-developed cities in Romania with international airports, which allow students to have direct flights from most of the European countries, UK included. All of them offer medicine and dentistry in English. So all of them are public universities. There are no private universities, and they follow a similar curriculum. they all follow the Ministry of Education rules and regulations. They all have similar tuition fees, and the tuition fees for medicine now is 8,500 euro per year. So differences between Romanian universities are that some of them are having bigger campuses than others, different facilities and equipment, and different number of places offered for international students. Just for example, I can give you Carol de Villa Medical University situated in the capital city, right? So it has huge campus, one of the biggest, and it's very, very selective university, and 90% and above of your grades you need to have for biology and chemistry in order to get a place to this university. Grigore T. Popa Medical University, for example, is situated in the second biggest city in Romania, the city of Iași, and is very, very popular amongst British students. Ovidius Medical University is a smaller and very selective university situated in one very small but very beautiful city in Romania, the city of Constanta, situated at the shores of Black Sea. Right, so in general, the degrees again are very well established, very well known worldwide for their high quality of education. Degrees are recognized in countries like Australia, Canada, the US, the UK, UAE, and many more. The cost of living are very, very affordable. Roughly speaking, you will need about 400 to 600 euro per month, including share apartment, bills, pocket money, in order to survive the month. The tuition fees, again, 8,500 euro per year. And the qualifications obtained is MD, which stands for Medical Doctor Degree, and DMD, Doctor of Dental Medicine. So these degrees are master degrees, all right? So they're not bachelor degrees. So that's the reason why they last 6 years, because the internship year is already included in the program. So during the 6th year, you guys are going to do your internship over there as part of the program. Right, so today's session is mainly focused on presenting for you one very unique medical university called George Emil Palade Medical University of Targu Mures. So in the next few slides, I will try to bring you there at Targu Mures in Romania. So now, before I start introducing you this university, I would like to give you one advice. Okay, so I'm going a little bit now out of point, but I think it's good for you to know that. So many of you are now in the stage of narrowing down your options and making the list of the universities you guys wish to apply for the intake October 2025, right? So today I will introduce you to this university, and I'm 100% sure that it will become main choice for many of you. So working in this field for a couple of years now, I have received so many calls from students and parents asking me the question. They say, "Hey Nelly, can you please recommend me the best university in Europe? I want to study medicine." So my next question will be, what do you understand of best university? Can you please describe for me what is the best university for you? All right. So, for example, the best university for me will be the one in the biggest city, because I'm a very open person. I like the hustle and the bustle of the big city, you know, and I want to go to the biggest one. I want to have many friends. For my dad, the best university will be the one that everybody's talking about, right? For my mom, who is a doctor, for example, the best university could be the university with the best medical facilities and equipments, right? So think about it and try to answer that question. What is the best university? Not the one that is on the ranking. The best university for you. Right. So why choosing George Emil Palade Medical University? Okay. Number one, best campus. Number two, renovated buildings. Number three, the most modern facilities and equipments. Very important, no entry examinations and early outcome of the application. So what means early outcome of the application? That means that you will know the outcome of the application if you go for the March intake, but later on I'm going to explain you this one, okay? So you know what says early outcome of the application. Right, so now about the university, okay? In the next few slides, I will show you the location. We will talk about the numbers and the facts, the ranking. We will talk about your favorite rankings. I will show you some facilities and equipments, like we will do a short tour of the campus, and I will explain to you at the last slide on how you can start your application. Right, so now let us talk about the location of this university. The George Emil Palade University of Medicine and Targu Mures is National University, public university, and it's located in the Romanian city of Targu Mures. Targu Mures city is situated in the region of Transylvania. It is conveniently located closer to the second biggest city in Romania, Cluj-Napoca. So Targu Mures is only 1 hour and 30 minutes away from Cluj-Napoca by car. And Targu Mures actually has their own airport, and there are direct flights between London Luton and Targu Mures, which is make it very, very easy for the students from the UK to travel. It is very easy to travel around the city. It's a beautiful city. Students, of course, use most of the time public transport, but many prefer, you know, Uber and Bolt, which are very common way of commuting. And it's so much cheaper to use Uber and Bolt in Romania. Nothing related like UK price, believe me. So like for example, last time I just came back from Romania 2 months ago. The longest distance over there we traveled was 30 minutes by Uber from the center of the city to the airport. And I paid 11 pounds, 11. And then after that, from London Luton to where I stayed, it was like 15 minutes drive by Uber, and I paid 45 pounds. So you see the difference. We have one internal joke actually with our students. I want to share it with you. There were a group of 6 students, 6 girls. Together they applied to Plovdiv Medical University in Bulgaria last year. And 3 of the girls, 3 of the group, they did not get a place at Plovdiv. And they were very frustrated at the beginning, and they used to call themselves the unfortunate ones. And later on in September, there were 5 places, additional places at Targu Mures for dentistry in September. They were open up. And these 3 girls, they got these places. So I was with the students at Targu Mures for the relocation, and they were talking with the others from the group in Plovdiv. They were sharing what they do during the relocation support, you know. The girls at Plovdiv said, "We're doing now Bulgarian crash course, and MedConnect are teaching us now how to call a taxi using the main line and how to say our address in proper Bulgarian language." Then my group, the girls, are like, why don't you just, you know, type the address on Bolt and Uber application? And the girls from Bulgaria were like, "Oh no, there is no Bolt, there is no Uber, there are no applications, you need to speak." And I was like, my group, they started this joke, you know, like Uber and Bolt are making our life easier, so now we are the fortunate ones, not the unfortunate ones. Right, let's talk more now. Back to George Emil Palade Medical University. More than 12,000 students are enrolled in this university, right, which is making it the biggest, the largest university in Romania. At present, 100 international students from 51 countries are studying over there. And the medical field comprises of 3 faculties: the Faculty of Human Medicine, the Faculty of Dentistry, and the Faculty of Pharmacy. So in recent years, the University of Medicine and Pharmacy at Targu Mures has had the most dynamic development of all the medical schools in Romania in terms of growth, of student numbers, infrastructure, internationalization, as well as accreditation of extension of undergraduate medical training in Hamburg, Germany in the year of 2029. So this university maintains a worldwide network of 49 partner universities. And students, they can spend 1 or more semesters in Italy, France, Austria, of course, Germany, Turkey, to gain valuable experience abroad. So students can also do, you guys can have this option, you know, because this university have a campus in Germany. So you will have this option. You can do, for example, 2 years in Germany and 4 years in Romania campus. So languages for the programs for medicine are Romanian, Hungarian, English, French, and the program for medicine and dentistry in English is entirely in English language for the whole period of 6 years. I do not know from where, but a lot of students are thinking that, you know, the first 2 years we study in English, and then after that we'll learn the local language, and then we need to start studying in Romanian. No such a thing. From year 1 to year 6, everything is going to be in English. Right, now, my favorite part, the most common institution, okay, ranking European universities is EDU rank. So according to EDU rank 2024, George Emil Palade Medical University is ranked number 7 medical university from altogether 33 medical universities in Romania. So honestly, I do not believe in rankings. Again, I have explained you why. Because for somebody, one university can be number 1 for something. For somebody else, it's number 1 for something else. So again, don't look into rankings, okay? Look into which university is going to be the best fit for you, okay? Right, so that's the reason why me and my colleague Tristan are here to help you to narrow down your options for the universities. All right, it does not make sense for you guys to go and apply to 5 universities all over Europe because they're the best universities over there. All right, we need to be realistic, and it's better for you to apply where your chances of acceptance are good and to universities that are good fit for you. Right, I decided to show you comparison between one Bulgarian university and Targu Mures because these are 2 Eastern European countries, right? Bulgaria and Romania, they always go hand by hand. Tuition fees are also quite similar, quite affordable. So many students are asking me why Romania is easier to get a place and Bulgaria is more difficult. Okay, and got all these century examinations and got all these rankings and stuff like that. So my answer is Romania is a big country and has 33 medical schools. All right. Bulgaria has 6 medical schools. So I believe the numbers answer that question. It's about full demand and supply. Right. Now, I would like to give you a short tour of this one-of-a-kind campus of George Emil Palade, okay? We will go through the laboratory simulation centers, the dental faculty, my favorite place, the cafeteria, the botanical garden, the sports space. As you can see on this picture, actually on this slide, the university is located on a hill that overlooks the city of Targu Mures. It's surrounded by dendrological park that provides a green space and protect the university from the city. So this unique campus comprises of the main building that is in the middle, lots of modern laboratories, recently renovated dental faculty, the cafeteria, the botanical garden, and huge sports space. Right, hidden from the eyes of passerby, the university laboratories located in the main building, all right, as well as the next ones. The teaching and research infrastructure of the faculty, together with the Center for Simulation and Practical Skills and the Center for Advanced Medical and Pharmaceutical Research of the university, are surprising shift from the external beauty of the building that has emblem of time to the dynamic reality of the 21st century technologies. So the George Emil Palade Medical University of Targu Mures has research laboratories with advanced equipment that provides a very high quality research infrastructure at international level. In addition to a DNA plasma banks, the research complex in Targu Mures involves several technology laboratories with the latest generation equipment. There is a simulation and practical center for the students, as you can see on this pictures over here. So one very interesting fact over here, from 33 medical schools in Romania, there are only 4 that have simulation centers. So these are Cluj-Napoca, Craiova de Vila, Craiova, and George Emil Palade with this simulation center. So this is the latest trend now. Right. The integrated dental center. So we have a lot of students last year and this year, by the way, who are interested in studying dentistry. So I decided to show you more slides over here. So the integrated dental center is modern, practical place, which impresses you with beautiful and sober architecture, appropriate for general appearance of the entire academic complex, but it's also very futuristic and cutting-edge equipment. So the dental faculty building has recently been renovated and offers the latest, most modern facilities and equipments. Here I would like to show you some pictures that I took from that place. As you can see on these pictures, these are real dental practices, huge halls where students very intensively are working on real patients, by the way, both adults and children. The dentistry faculty curriculum start hands-on experiences for students from year 3 onwards. And the last year, the 6th year, is completely practical. So when students are executing different types of interventions on real patients. So one thing here, very interesting fact, is that the government of Romania has introduced free of charge dental treatments to the public. And there is a great number of patients, by the way, even on waiting list, even there is a waiting list to get the opportunity to be treated by the students for free. So this is a great advantage for you guys, because in some other countries from Eastern Europe, you know, our dental students during the last year, they need to look for their own patients. So this is one advantage. I know now it's not the time for you to think about year 6 right now. You're thinking about the application, but it's one great advantage to have all these patients awaiting for you, and you will be done with the year 6 with the clinical experience with about 6 months. You will be done. Okay, here you can see some more pictures that I managed to tag during my visit. Again, the dental department, so that room was my favorite of all. So design you can't even see at the most expensive dental practice in the UK, honestly. It was beautiful. All right, so one curious fact here, Microcantina Hestia is the most loved place from all the students. The canteen is unique. That is the only place that won, by the way, a Michelin star for the best university canteen food in Romania at the most affordable price. So like 2-course meal was about €5. And everyone in campus was talking about that place. Honestly, you will you will know it on day 1. Even the graduates of the university are constantly going back there just to eat. That was the best soup ever. Right, so another very special place here. Oh, I should stop using the word unique and special, but honestly, the campus is special and unique. So that is the university's very own botanical garden called Gradina Botanica. So it gathers like 1,000 species of plants from all over the world, and been considered for a long time like a heritage of the city. This is a place for recreation, but also serves, you know, as the base material for students of the Faculty of Pharmacy and its integrated pharmaceutical education center. So basically, the students are using the plants that they're growing on their own in their own garden. Right. No other medical university, okay, not only in Romania, but in Europe, will provide that vast sports space, all right? We're talking about a swimming pool. There is football fields outside, tennis courts, basketball courts, table tennis courts, like you just name it. It was huge. Right. A lot of parents and students now asking on whether the university has dorms for students. Okay, now let's talk a little bit about accommodation options for you. So the answer is yes. The university offers dorms with rooms for 2 or 4 students. That is the cheapest option. So the cheapest of the cheapest, we're talking about 50-60 euro per month. However, getting a place in these school dorms, it's only a matter of availability and depends on your financial situation. And most of the places, honestly, at the uni dorms are given to students from the low-income families. And international students, they are not considered students from the low-income families. So our students normally stay at private shared apartments closer to the university, which is much better options, to stay in apartment, because over there the students, they have their privacy, they have their own bedroom, and then they share the kitchen and living room. So once the student has a confirmed place, basically offer from the university, they will be sent to our post-care team, who will be responsible to help them to get a place to stay. They will give to students all many different options available. So now the prices of the apartments, right? Roughly speaking, one apartment is about 450, 500 euro per month you pay. But if you want to stay alone, of course, that's an option, but most of the students, they prefer to share apartment with somebody else. And maybe for the rest of the money that you need, for bills, for food, for pocket money, roughly speaking, another 300 euro. So the cost of living could be between 500 to 700 euro per month. Right, now deadlines. That part here is quite important. Okay, so every applicant is asking, when is the deadline I can apply to? Especially UK students who did application to UK universities. They know that their deadline for submitting their UCAS application to the UK medical school is 15 October midnight, and they can submit it on the 15 October midnight. Okay. But applying to European medical universities is different and has nothing related to UCAS, all right? So Romania university places are given on a first come, first serve basis, okay? Again, there's going to be 2 application portals. One, the portal is going to be open in March, so that will be the early application period of time. And again, in June. So basically, those students who apply in March, let's say in March, we put up the application, and then after that, about May, you will know whether you have a place to the university. And then after that, you have plenty of time, months, to settle your visa, okay? However, if you apply to some countries, so this is much less stressful, okay? If you know that you have a place to university in May, rather than you know it in September, right? And then you need to start classes October. So please take note that we need approximately about 3 weeks to prepare your documents, all right? So the deadline, if you decide to go for the early intake in March, the latest you need to submit your documents to us is the last week of February, because we need 3 weeks to prep the documents. And in the moment we enter the month of March, we submit your documents, okay? Eligibility, the university will accept applications with predicted grades and actual grades. So the minimum grade that you need is grade C for biology, chemistry, or physics. This is for UK documents, and for Irish students at least age 6. Documents required, all right, so that depends on your nationality, to be honest with you, whether you have a high school completed or no, whether you are going to apply with predicted grades or no, okay? So MedConnect, after you start the application with us, you are going to be assigned with admission officer. So admission officer is going to look into your case, and they will give you the list of documents that you need in order to prepare and to apply to university. But remember, if the set of documents for different cases is different. We have students, for example, who are applying with predicted grades, so they need one set of documents. Students applying with actual grades, they need another set of documents, all right? Right. Yes. So acceptance comes normally 4 to 6 weeks after we submit your documents. For example, if we submit in March, you will know the outcome of the application in May. For the places in June, for the openings in June, last year, for the June opening, there were no spaces for dentistry. There were only places for medicine, right? So there were only, if I remember correctly, there are only 5 places for dentistry, and they were only available last minute because there were some students who dropped. 5 places were available in September, but that was just a matter of luck, right? They may be places available or may not be. Right, so 2 minutes video now. I would like you to hear about the curriculum and studies at Targu Mures directly from our source, our senior students. So let's watch the video now.
I'm currently in the 6th year of general medicine.
I'm right now in the 2nd year.
I'm now in the 2nd year of dentistry, and it's been a very good experience for me so far. I have been in a new country, of course, new language and everything. So in the beginning, there was, of course, some difficulties, but after a few months, everything is being great.
It took me approximately 3 months to settle in Romania. My daily routine is to wake up early, to go to the lectures. After that, come back home, try to catch up what I have done in the morning, and prepare for the next day, and just enjoy my rest of the time.
Currently, I have family medicine and public health management. Mostly the general stuff that any doctor must know, especially after graduation. All about health concerns, all about management of patients.
Our lectures are only just for our class. It's good that you can really focus on the lectures. And then we have the practical part, of course, which is also very nice that in our university you can also do things by your hands and really use that lecture information in the practical one.
My favorite place to study personally is at home.
For the practical activities, I like to study it in a group with my friends.
When I'm doing projects or when I'm doing things that require not really a lot of thinking, more of office work, I like to go to a cafe and just enjoy the process of doing it, basically.
The professors are very friendly, and they are very good. They always try to help the students as much as they can, and of course sometimes even in their free time
I find professors here really helpful, especially when it comes to communicating and when it comes to the helpful tips that they give you, because I never, in my experience, asked a professor a question and didn't get the precise answer I wanted.
My tips are just to be respectful, give respect, take respect.
Do not be shy of asking questions, because this is the only way you would learn. Personalize your study schedule. Some things work on some people, some things don't. See what brings you the best results, basically, and stick to it.
Focused at the beginning, be clear mind, and you will be good.
Right. So now one valuable advice from me. Okay, do not wait until the last day of the deadline. All right, the sooner the better. Almost all of our previous applicants who were not given an offer were because of delays. All right, anything can happen. Remember, again, another thing, biomedical degree is not medicine. Many of you believe that with a degree with biomedicine, I can do 3 years in the UK, and then I can finish another 4 years in Europe, and then I'm done. I will become I will have a medical doctor degree. This is wrong. all right? Biomedical degree is not medicine. If you go that pathway, biomedical degree plus another 4 years graduate, the only place you can do that is the UK universities here. This is the only pathway that will be recognized by the Medical Council. Any degree in Europe that is for medicine less than 6 years, dentistry 5 years, it's not going to be recognized by the Medical or Dental Council. So now it's the time for you to think what you want to do. So instead of applying to 4 or 5 universities all over Europe, save your money and energy and apply where your chances of acceptance are better. Use us, use me, use Tristan. We know and we can give you the advice. Great. So now I will give the word to my colleague Tristan, who is going to share with you a little bit about our services. All right. So what basically we're going to do for you guys.
Thank you,
So
Lily.
Tristan.
Hi, everyone. So I'm Tristan. I work in pre-admissions with Nelly. As she just said, I'll basically just be taking you through some of our services, how exactly it works, and we can basically go from there. So first of all, as Nelly mentioned earlier on during the webinar, basically we are the only agencies that are founded by doctors for doctors. So when you take a look at the services, what you'll see is that it's the most inclusive in terms of everything that we offer. It covers all the services necessary basically from A till Z. So you'll notice that when it comes to the services, you'll basically get everything that you have required for. So the first phase, we work in 3 phases, and the first one basically entails the application process, or what we would call admission support. Okay, so we are very hands-on with the entire process. Nelly did mention that you would be assigned an admissions officer at this point in time, and they will basically be solely responsible for all the documents that you required. So that will entail things like verification, application preparation, entry exam retest, resources if required, crash courses, mock exams, chat support, interviews, legalization, notarization, translation, as well as submission and tracking. A very cool thing to point out at this point in time, we also do provide complimentary tours of the universities. We are the only agency that does offer this service. So if your parents or yourself wants to go abroad and have a look at the campus before actually the semester starts, you can definitely get a complimentary tour from us. Okay, and then that would be the first phase basically concluded. Everything thereafter would then go to relocation support. Okay, so one cool thing to point out here as well with the relocation support, this is after you've done your application, it's time to go abroad. We do assist with free flights. So that would be basically from the UK to the EU, or we would offer a flight voucher depending on where you are flying from at that point in time. But with regards to flights, that is something that we look into, unless we do so that everyone comes abroad together. You of course get the chance to network with one another on the flight alone, and that, you know, makes everyone settle in a lot quicker at that point in time. Okay, perfect. So just touching on the relocation support as well. Other resources or services that we offer: enrollment and registration, free night stay in a 4-star hotel, and then orientation week. So basically, when you do come abroad, we have this very fun orientation week. Nelly mentioned this as well. We have our staff as well as some of the student reps take care of you guys, introduce you, set up things like the residency as well as the apartments, make sure that everything is in line, go on tours of the local city as well as the campus. And then there'll be a lot of fun activities in between, just so that, of course, everyone can break the ice really nicely and settle in a lot quicker. Importantly, we also set up components like a bank account, mobile phone, as well as shopping. And then we do provide access to networking events so that students can become a part of the community. So very, very important to note here, guys, is that essentially MedConnect is not just going to offer services up until you've been, you do your application, you come abroad. No, the mentoring and support continues from the first year up until you've graduated, and then after as well, which I'll touch on a bit later. But very importantly, we'll offer the necessary support on a daily basis so that, of course, everyone can just feel a lot more safer. Okay, lastly, ongoing and alumni support. So this is, I know that not everyone's thinking about year 6, their final year, but this is a very important phase because when you are abroad, it can become quite confusing. So we are the only agency that basically extends our services this far. So we actually provide the necessary support during the entire educational period, like I mentioned. Once you actually want to register as a doctor or as well as a dentist, we make sure that you are registered. We help you with the necessary assistance. We also help with placements as well as clinical internships, and then general support with passing the UK MLA exam. So just to basically summarize with regards to that last phase, essentially when it does come to graduation, we do help and we are quite hands-on with the entire process to make sure that everyone is quite climatized and are actually very happy with the way that they are transitioning back into the countries that they would like to practice either medicine or dentistry in. So that's
Thank
basically
you.
our services in a nutshell. There we go, Nelly.
Thank you so much, Tristan. All right, now a few more minutes. I would like to show you some videos from the relocation that we had with the students in October from Targu Mures.
The event was about the process that we were going through, the relocation process, kind of more information on the school, the modules we were going to take, the courses, and I really learned a lot. I've learned about the study techniques that we could use and implement into our subjects, and just kind of getting used to the lifestyle here and with the college life.
The event tonight was mostly informative about school structure of the next year, so of the first year of medical school. And we got explained by students from like higher semesters what classes we'll have and mostly what things will be most helpful during that first two.
Yeah, we do have a better understanding now. They explained us what things we need to know for what exams, what things will be in the first semester, what will be in the second one.
It took away some of my fears, and I'm pretty excited to start this whole journey.
I definitely have a better understanding after all the information that I've received and everything. I'm much more confident now that I'm starting tomorrow and more excited. I was more anxious beforehand, but now I kind of know what to expect and I know what the day is going to be like tomorrow, kind of where my classes are going to be, and kind of just the general gist of everything.
Now we are in the main local farmers market in Targu Mures. So now it's September, it's the season of plenty. All the local farmers are coming here to sell their products. You see many pepperoni, aubergines, onions, different fruits, grapes. Now, like I said, it's the season of plenty. Palace of Culture is a pinnacle of architecture in Targu Mures, the main attraction of the town. It was built more than 100 years ago. The rooftop over there with those distinctive appearance, this is a classic Art Nouveau building, one of the fewest and the finest in our cities. You saw this beautiful facade with fine mosaics, with balconies and arches. This was the golden age at the beginning of the 20th century.
Right, some short videos from our relocation support week, and I'd like to play for you one more.
I found out about MedConnect Europe online. I typed in to study abroad, and that was the first thing that came up. And I logged on and got an interview just to tell me what MedConnect do and everything straight away. I booked it the same day, and a few hours later I had a little session. So yeah, I found out online, and straight away I got an interview, so it was perfect. Yes, I contacted one other agency. I also had an interview with them, but I found that MedConnect were more supportive, and they made the application easier and less stressful compared to the other agency. In order to complete my application, I had to send in a lot of documents, like past GCSE results and A-level results, and certified documents from my college, birth certificates and stuff like that, just so that that MedConnect could then send it across to the university on my behalf, and then do an interview with the university, which was also helped out by MedConnect. Yes, I enjoyed the interview because MedConnect had sorted out me one with a student that's already got into all of his. He did a mock interview with me and then gave me tips on what I needed to do and how I could improve my interview, so that when I had my interview, I felt prepared. And this MedConnect had sent questions out for me to just skim over and have a look at. It wasn't anything too difficult, but just so I was comfortable. I found the application process obviously a bit stressful. All applications are a bit stressful, but the best thing about MedConnect was I had a WhatsApp group that I could message, and then the emails, and I could call up. So I felt like I was in the dark. I could just call and they would comfort me. So it was great having that as a landline. The journey was great. The MedConnect had set up my flight, and then I got a night at the hotel for the day, so then I could sort out my accommodation and not be stressing about, oh, I need a hotel or book my flights. It was all done by MedConnect, which is including the price, which I thought was a great aspect of the application. My first impressions of the city and the university were great. The locals are amazing. They're all really friendly and want to help out. And like with my accommodation, my landlord was amazing. She gave me loads of tips and to use like Bolt rather than taxis, and it was really helpful. So yeah, I enjoyed it a lot. I found my apartment with MedConnect sending me an estate agent, and so I got to message him on WhatsApp, and he sent me a load of apartments to look at that were available. And so then I just had to book online. Once I'd done the viewing and what I liked and what I didn't like, and then I just go to the estate agent and sorted it all out. It was great. I'm paying €550 a month. That's from 600, but because I'm living by myself. Yes, I would definitely recommend MedConnect to other students. They are very helpful, and they give you loads of information, so it made it nice and easy for me. Yes, I would definitely recommend.
So I hope that you guys managed to get some understanding, and videos they talk, right? Our student Zian explained to you quite a lot of stuff. Right, so over here you can actually check on Google, on Trustpilot, some comments about the students and their experiences. All right, and here about the alumni support. Okay, I know that at this point of time you're not thinking about that, all right, but I just need to mention that this is another very stressful period of your time that will happen in another 6 years. So you guys graduate, okay, you finish the 6 years, and now what are we going to do? You can't believe how many calls I'm receiving. Nelly, do you sell services only for us to help us with the registration with the GDC, the GMC? How shall we do foundation year 1, foundation year 2? How shall we go for the interviews? Do we arrange the interviews by ourselves and stuff like that? Okay. So again, this is something that you are not thinking about, but it's good to know that we are there. My colleagues from the London office are very, very helpful, and they're going to help you with all that, everything that you need to do, okay, after you finish. Right, so we reach the end of our open day today. So I believe I managed to help you to get more understanding about Targu Mures, about George Emil Palade, And to be honest with you, from all the places I have went the whole month of September, the whole month of October, the whole month of November, I was traveling with our students and I went everywhere with them. And that university, that place just stood out to me. Okay. And I believe that I managed to pass to you my viewings. So yeah, and I see many of the names that I know already. I have been talking to you guys and your parents, I believe. So again, if you need some more questions, we're connected now on WhatsApp. Please chat with us, okay? Tristan is going to be available for you every Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and me Monday to Friday. So talk to us, all right? And let us help you, all right? Right.
Someone's just there, Nelly. So do we have a question? What was the uni fees?
So,
Go on.
yeah, sorry, so for now, the university fees are still 8,500 euro per year, but we're expecting an increase. But for now, they're 8,500.
Perfect. Can you tell us about the corruption stuff about the Romanian university that's all over the internet? Okay, so with regards to this, we work with multiple universities in Romania, including George Emil Palade. That being said, as you can see with regards to the reviews that we have personally, we have not we've not been told with regards to corruption, and I think it was mentioned earlier as well that we've been working with these universities for quite some time now. That being said, with regards to the sources that might be bringing up the corruption, we can look into it, but from our point of view and from the students that we've worked with, we haven't had any complaints regarding that. So I do think that personally, we are on good track with regards to that. Okay. When is
So
that?
again, about the deadline, there is a question, Tristan, about the deadline. All right, guys, again, the two application period. One is early application that is happening in March, and another one is regular application that is happening in June. So if you want to go for the March intake, the latest of the latest, we can accept your documents. That will be the last week of February. Okay, and if you want to go for the June intake, that will be the last week of the previous month. Yes. So again, for June, especially those who are interested in studying dentistry, the places may not be available in June. So if you're thinking about dentistry, go for the March one. What are the chances of getting admitted if you only apply in one university? So depending of your grades and depending which universities you want to apply to and depending on when you want to apply. Like for example, again, if your grades are like C's, and you are applying to Caro de Villa Medical University in Bucharest, your chances of acceptance are close to zero. If you're have completed your A levels, you have the certificate already done, completed, and you have, let's say, A and B. So in this case, you can apply to Craiova, you can apply to Ovidius, you can apply to Grigori T. Popa. So all it's very personal, okay? For Targu Mures, those students who have grade C for biology and above, biology, chemistry, physics, mathematics, C's and above, you have chances only for the early intake, the March intake, because the few places that are going to be left for the next intake, the regular intake in June, basically they're going to be ranked. You're going to be ranked. And of course, students with highest grades, they will stand better chance of acceptance. The best way is to apply to two universities. Normally, how the students, they do the combinations. They apply to one popular university and another university where their chances of acceptance are better. But it does not make sense for you to apply to more than 3 universities. No, with predicted grades, the chances of admissions are not less. Depending of your predicted grades. There are, yes. It's just our students who decided to be in front of the video, there were not all of them. Yes, there is a Muslim community over there, and there are Muslim girls. Yes, all of our students are from the UK. The international community is great. It's always the senior students, they're taking care of the newcomers. So it's one great international community over there. Okay, great. So, guys, thank you so much again for attending it. It was just 1 hour as we promised. So again, please do not hesitate to schedule an appointment and talk to me and Tristan so we can discuss more if you have any further questions. All right? So again, thank you very much. Oh, and I hope I will talk to you again. Bye.
Bye, guys.